This is the Italian region where homes cost the most. And this is the one with the most affordable properties. In this video, you'll find out which ones they are and how much it costs to buy a home there. The ranking is based on data from Italy's real estate market observatory and the property portal 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗡, which collect average price per square meter values for every area of the country. Keep in mind, the prices you'll see are average figures. That means if a region shows an average of 1,000 euros per square meter, you might find much cheaper homes in some places. Or, on the other hand, far more expensive ones. The average costs of an area depends on several factors: location, available services, tranquility, and of course, the general trend of the housing market. At the moment, the average price of a home in Italy is around 1,100 euros per square meter. But how much do people actually pay in different regions? Let's find out, starting with the three most expensive ones. In third place, we find Lombardy, the economic and industrial heart of the country, located in the northern Po Valley. Being Italy's richest region, where jobs, business opportunities, and high incomes are concentrated, it's no surprise that real estate prices often match people's spending power. According to official data, the average home price in Lombardy is about 2,600 euros per square meter. However, that figure doesn't reflect the reality of Milan, the country's financial capital, which over the years has turned into a kind of Italian Manhattan. Skyscrapers, tech hubs, business centers, urban parks, and new residential districts have completely reshaped the skyline, attracting investment, talent, and major events like Expo and the 2026 Winter Olympics. This development, however, has come with a significant social cost. Entire working-class neighborhoods have turned into high-end real estate showcases for investors and wealthy buyers, while long-time residents have gradually been pushed toward the outskirts. Today, buying a home in Milan costs an average 40% more than in 2015, and rents are among the highest in Italy. The priciest areas are still in the city center, where property values can even surpass those of luxury destinations like Capri, Forte dei Marmi, and Porto Cervo. For families with average incomes, owning a home is only realistic in more suburban districts. Fortunately, the other provinces of Lombardy are much more affordable, except for some stunning areas on Lake Como and Lake Garda, both highly sought after by foreign buyers. Buying a home in Lombardy, though, means enjoying excellent public services and transportation, probably the best in Italy, with the three major international airports, a dense railway network, and numerous highways connecting the region to the rest of the country and Europe. Downsides: the cost of living is generally high, and daily life tends to be more fast-paced than elsewhere, unsurprising for a region of this economic importance. If you're looking for peace, a Mediterranean climate, and postcard landscapes, this might not be the region at the top of your list. In second place among Italy's most expensive regions is Liguria, located in the country's northwest. Despite relatively high average prices, it remains one of the favorite destinations among foreign buyers, about 8% of total demand, right after Tuscany and Sicily. And it's easy to see why. Crystal clear waters, picturesque villages, and breathtaking views you won't find anywhere else in northern Italy. So, how much does a home in Liguria cost? According to official figures, the average is about 2,700 euros per square meter. Two main factors drive up prices: the region's shape and geography. Liguria is a narrow strip of land, long and thin, mostly mountainous and hilly, with steep slopes and very few flat areas suitable for building. This complex topography greatly limits housing supply, forcing potential buyers to compete for the few available homes, which in turn pushes prices up, especially in coastal hotspots like Portofino, Alassio, and Finale Ligure, traditionally the most in-demand and expensive locations in the region. If you're after the sea, mild weather, and spectacular views, you'll easily find them here, and you don't necessarily need to spend a fortune. Just move a bit inland from the touristy coast, and you'll find more affordable homes in livable, scenic settings. Finally, the most expensive region in Italy is Trentino-Alto Adige, in the country's northeast, bordering Austria and Switzerland. According to official data, buying a home here costs on average €3,600 per square meter. Why such a big difference? First, Trentino is an autonomous region, meaning it enjoys special administrative and financial powers. This allows it to manage key sectors like healthcare, education, transportation, and local taxation, reinvesting a significant share of tax revenue back into the territory. And this autonomy is well managed. The region boasts one of the highest quality of life levels in Italy, thanks to efficient public services, cleanliness, and a very high sense of safety. Much of the territory is covered by forests, mountains, and protected natural areas, creating a healthy, sustainable environment that directly enhances everyday well-being. In general, even the building stock here stands out for its quality, thanks to stricter construction standards and strong investment in renovating existing properties to reduce pollution and environmental impact. All these factors, autonomy, quality of services, quality of life, and environmental sustainability, help keep property prices among the highest in the country. But if you're looking for a home in alpine setting and have the right budget, Trentino might be the perfect choice. To recap, these are Italy's 3 most expensive regions for real estate. Now, let's move on to the most affordable ones. In third place, among Italy's most affordable regions, we find Umbria, often called the Green Heart of Italy, located in the central part of the country. In many ways, you could think of it as a more affordable Tuscany. Both regions share rolling hills, vineyards, olive groves, and charming medieval villages. But homes in Umbria cost significantly less. And since it's less touristy, the atmosphere is generally quieter and more relaxed. The average home price here is around €1,200 per square meter, less than half of what you'd pay in Tuscany. But if it's such a beautiful and peaceful region, why are prices so low? First, because Umbria doesn't have the same international fame as its more famous neighbor, which boasts world-renowned art cities like Florence and Pisa, and tourist-heavy coastlines such as Versilia and the Maremma. Over the past decade, Tuscany has successfully marketed itself, attracting a large number of foreign buyers and becoming Italy's most desirable real estate market, while Umbria, despite being nearby, remains relatively undiscovered. Another factor is connectivity. Umbria doesn't have a major airport or high-speed rail service, though it's still easily reachable via Italy's main highway. Even in the most expensive areas, Orvieto and Assisi, prices remain reasonable and accessible. These are beautiful, historically significant towns, but since they don't experience year-round mass tourism, real estate demand stays balanced, and there's no speculative bubble like in some internationally famous cities. If you love the idea of a peaceful, authentic environment similar to Tuscany's, with pleasant weather and excellent food, Umbria is the ideal choice. It lets you spend less while enjoying a genuine, welcoming region, still deeply connected to traditional Italian rhythms. In second place among Italy's most affordable regions is Molise, often jokingly called the region that doesn't exist, because it's so rarely mentioned that it's almost treated like a hidden land. According to official data, buying a home here costs around €1,000 per square meter, just over half the national average. Prices are this low mainly because Molise is sparsely populated and not very well connected by public transport, making it somewhat isolated. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful region with unspoiled natural landscapes and ancient villages, but it still hasn't managed to promote itself or gain the appreciation it deserves, either among Italians or among foreign tourists and buyers. Its quiet, hidden character could actually be a strength, especially if you're looking for peace, slow living, and a much lower cost of living than in most of Italy. The most expensive area is the coastal zone around Termoli, though prices there are still accessible. Elsewhere in the region, you'll find excellent deals almost everywhere, especially inland. Just remember, owning a car is essential to get around. And now, we reach the most affordable region in Italy, which isn't Sicily, as many might think. The most affordable region in Italy is Calabria, located in the country's far south and famous for forming the toe of the Italian boot. Here, homes cost even less than in Molise, around €950 per square meter on average. In some inland mountain towns, prices drop dramatically, and you can find properties for as little as €400 per square meter. Calabria's housing market has always been fairly slow-moving. Despite its beautiful scenery and landscapes, the region faces long-standing challenges. High unemployment, among the highest in Italy and Europe, limit public services and infrastructure, depopulation, leaving many homes vacant, and highly seasonal tourism, which reduces demand for second homes and investment properties compared to regions with year-round tourism. The most expensive areas are along the coast, in towns like Tropea, Pizzocalabro, and Scilla. But even there, prices are much lower than in well-known seaside destinations like Liguria, Puglia, Campania, or Sardinia. If you're after sun, sea, and low prices, Calabria is without doubt a great choice. However, keep in mind that public services remain limited, which can affect daily life, especially if you are used to higher standards in terms of transportation, healthcare, and infrastructure. To recap, these are Italy's most expensive and most affordable regions in terms of average home prices per square meter. Here you can view the complete ranking of average prices for all 20 Italian regions. A quick look at the data shows that northern and central regions tend to have higher property values, thanks to stronger economies, higher job and education demand, and better infrastructure and services that make them more appealing and therefore more expensive. However, if you're looking to buy a home in Italy, you'll find opportunities across the entire country. And if you want to know what taxes and fees you'll need to pay when buying a property, check the video linked in the description. It explains every expense involved, so you'll know exactly how much your future home will really cost. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, turning on all notifications so you won't miss my next uploads. Ciao!